So this is the Pomona Swap Meet on Saturday as vendors come in and set up their spots. The Pomona Swap Meet is every, I don't know, between 6 and 8 weeks. It runs on Sundays. So this is a Saturday when the vendors come in and set up. This is about 7 p.m. So there is a decent amount of vendors out here. I've been coming to the Pomona Swap Meet for over 10 years. I have a friend who used to sell used tires, and we'd come out and I'd help him with his vendor spot. So we've been coming for over 10 years. Hopefully this video gets you lets you see some of the things that are out here. I know a lot of people complain that the Pomona Swap Meet has gone away from car parts and is selling a lot of stuff other than car parts. But the truth to me is it's always been that way to me. And I'm glad it's that way because I don't always have a project that I'm working on in terms of a car. So I'm not always looking for car parts, but I just like vintage stuff. I always like signage or toys or just random antiques. So I'm always looking for little things that intrigue me. I was raised in the 80s and in the 90s, so I have my favorite antique toys, you know, G.I. Joes, micro machines, Hot Wheels, stuff like that. So hopefully this video gives you a little bit. There's a little Willys right there. I think this gentleman's name was Steve. He had a tailgate I was interested in. Unfortunately, I didn't go back and find him. So I wasn't trying to spend too much money. It cost $70 to rent a spot out here, and sometimes it's hit and miss. Sometimes the weather has an effect on whether people will come out or not, or sometimes other events. Sometimes a World Cup soccer game or a Dodger game will affect how many people come out. This is Pomona. This is about, what would I say, about 30 miles east of downtown LA. And like I said, you get a lot of car parts, but you also get a lot of random stuff. Here's some, right here I have coming up some Triumph parts. I'm assuming those are motorcycle parts. They look like little carburetors. If they're not, forgive me, I'm not a motorcycle expert by any means. But here's this guy who's selling a lot of tools, a lot of sockets, a lot of impact wrenches. These were cool, these pedal cars. We had 4 pedal cars that were super cool. So yeah, it works out when you're looking for parts for your car in terms of suspension, motor parts, body parts, fenders, wheels, anything that you need for the most part is out here. But it's taken a hit since COVID. I don't really think it's bounced back since COVID. You get a really good feel for the acreage that's out here and whether it's if the vendors have come out or not. So unfortunately, it's not back to how it was 5-6 years ago before COVID. But that's okay. There's still tons of stuff. There's a set of leaf springs. I didn't ask what those leaf springs belong to. Some coils. There's a lot of good stuff out here. A lot of people sell tools. So the speakers, looks like some Huffy bikes, a lot of fenders, a lot of doors, mostly Chevy stuff. I go to of early Ford parts swap meet out here in Fallbrook. That happens twice a year. I've done videos on those, and that's where I find early Ford parts. I have a couple Ford projects that I'm working on, so I'm always looking for parts for those vehicles. And unfortunately, the Pomona Swap Meet's mostly Chevy, to be honest. It's rare that you find somebody selling stuff other than Chevy. Some Dodge here and there, Toyota and stuff like that. I thought that was cool, that little Alf that was sitting inside this truck. So you find a lot of signage, a lot of street signs, a lot of alcohol signs, like right there. You'll find some deals. There's a lot of people out here that do salvage, so you'll find shocks like those that are on the floor. If you need a pair of shocks, You can usually find them out here at a good deal. Yeah, the noise was really, the wind was really loud. So hopefully this voiceover works. Um, some tires. We used to stack hundreds of tires for my friend, and we used to do pretty good. We used to set up in the Volkswagen section. It's about, I think it's $15 to to come shop. I think 12 kids 12 and under are free. They used to be this. It used to be so busy that I think they've become a little bit more flexible on the rules. They're very limited in what year of cars used to come in, and because I think they're trying to get it back to how it was, they became a little bit more flexible in terms of the pricing for what era cars. And I have the pricing in my garage. I think a lot of it has to do with Mustangs and Porsches. They like those cars to come in, and I think anything 1931 and under comes in for free. And I think to sell your car is like $30 or $40. To buy a vendor spots um, is 100. And if you want to, if you don't have an antique car, you got something 95 and newer, I think it's like $100. That was a cool Coca-Cola sign that I saw right there. There's a lot of good stuff out here. There's some wagons. If you do if you take your time to look for stuff, you're gonna find some good stuff out here, some good suspension parts. I wanted to buy that New York plate right there for my garage. Unfortunately, I didn't go back. 55 Chevy door for a wagon, 4-door. Some rims, some intakes, some glass packs, some electrical fans. If you're building something, this is the place to come out. So a lot of toys, a lot of dolls. I was selling some of my daughter's Barbies, Hot Wheels. I sold a lot of Hot Wheels. This lady had a real good selection. Some monster trucks right here. This was a good deal. This is probably the best deal that I saw out there. Anything for $5. They had air breathers that go on. Valve cover breathers. There's an Edelbrock There's an Edelbrock air cleaners right there. There was a lot of good stuff in here. Anything for $5 in those bins. That was probably the best deal of the day. But like I said, I had just gone out here. I'd already spent gas to drive up here. I live in San Diego, so I already was gonna spend half a gas tank going up there and coming back. I spent $70 to get in, so I try not to spend my money before I make it. So hopefully this video is educational. You get to see what's out here. There's a lot of people that do these type of videos. There's a gentleman that his YouTube channel is called Pacific Speed, if I'm not mistaken, and he does a really good job of coming out here and editing videos and showing you the stuff that he's interested. He's very knowledgeable. He'll know the year of cars and what dashes fit certain cars. He's into I think he's mostly into G bodies, but he's a very knowledgeable guy. I don't know his name, but I know his YouTube channel is called Pacific Speed. This was a car that was for sale out there. I thought that was pretty interesting. Has a license plate from where? Mississippi. A lot of hubcaps, a lot of rims, a lot of steering columns, carburetors, fan shrouds, radiators, hoses. A lot of good stuff out here. This is my friend Chino. He let me crash his spot. And let me set up on his spot. Here's a little dollhouse made out of plywood. I thought that was cool. A lot of bikes that are for sale. So this is on a Saturday. People are allowed to start buying their spots at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and most of the good ones are gone by noon. There's a big long line. I've never been there here that early, but my friend used to come in before work on a Saturday and get a good vendor spot. You could buy the vendor spot for an entire year, and that guarantees you keep the same spot for those 7 Pomona swap meets for that year, or you could just buy it every 2 months. But obviously you have to fight the crowd to get a good spot. The good spots are usually people like, well, based on how people were set up yesterday, a lot of people like to take the first rows, like row 5 through 10 was really packed. And we set up on row 25. Row 25 is my friend Chino's spot, and he has his son Ruben also sits up on 25, and that's where there's a little clip later you'll see. I thought this whole little cabinet was cool. Check out all the customs that are in there. There's a Merc right there, and then the Hero How to Merc is right there as well. A lot of toys, a lot of cool memorabilia. I sold some pins that I had, some Coca-Cola 1984 Olympic pins. I let those go for pretty cheap. I was trying to get my money back for attending. There was a Jeff Gordon. I sold that last time I came. Here's a really cool Texaco car. Some 35 plates. These were some old antique Oregon plates, Iowa, Texas. Those are some really old ones. The guy wasn't there, so I couldn't ask him for a price. This is where we set up. That's my friend Chino's spot and our neighbors. This is his son Ruben's spot. He sells 760-975-1966. Any prices on any of those hoods, any of those grills, mostly GMC and Chevy. And here's another spot that had a lot of signage going on. Banners. Yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up. Yesterday I made a video of the cars that were for sale, and then hopefully today maybe I'll have some time to edit a video for the cruise. I know a lot of people like to see the cars cruising. I got a video with over 10,000 views just from a cruise. So I'll start working on that, and hope you enjoyed the video. Pomona Swap Meet out here near the Los Angeles area.
700 for this tailgate, 67 to 72.